Hi, it's Terry Vanover, and I'm a divorce strategist. I want to welcome you here today. And we go live every Wednesday afternoon, and I talk about how to heal after divorce. I help you to come through divorce without being legally, financially, and emotionally devastated, but also to heal yourself so that you can transition confidently into that next phase of your life so you can achieve whatever goals and dreams that you have in this next chapter. So today's topic is how not to be triggered by your ex, right? So many of us, we get triggered by someone. There's someone, maybe a high conflict person in our life, and we get a communication from them, a text or a call, and it just sends us over the edge. So I want you to think for a minute, like, what emotion is holding you back? What are you struggling with right now? So I know for a lot of people, it's anxiety, it's fear, it's overwhelm. And here's the thing. I mean, the truth is, if you don't deal with these toxic emotions, if you don't deal with this negative stuff, listen, it's going to affect you. You might think like, oh, I'm fine. I'm, so what? My ex does this. Well, here's the thing. If you don't deal with this, it is going to affect you. It leads to anxiety, it leads to depression, it affects your health. You can have high blood pressure. I mean, and listen, if you're a woman and you're going through a divorce, you are 35% more likely to have a heart attack. Divorced men have a 250 times more mortality rate, a higher mortality rate than married men. I mean, that just blows my mind. So it's not just about you taking care of yourself mentally. This is a physical reaction. It's a life or death situation because it's going to affect you. So it's really, really important that you handle these emotions. You don't just stuff them down. You don't just suppress them, that you resolve it and let go of it. So the first thing you need to do, right, when you're going through a divorce is you need to hire a divorce strategist. Now listen, it doesn't have to be me, but you need to have someone that specializes in divorce, that knows the intricacies of what it's like to deal with the legal system, that understands how to communicate with your ex, that understands how to give you the resources and tools that you need to go through this, to help you handle the stress and overwhelm and take back your power again. But even just as importantly, develop a plan post-divorce. Most people are just so busy just surviving day to day, they don't think about the long-term decisions that they're making. So, you need someone to help you think about the long-term choices that you're making. What's going to be the ramifications of right now, what you're doing is going to impact you long-term, and to help you heal and help you navigate the grieving process of divorce. So you need someone who specializes in that. And here's the thing, I want you to reframe how you're thinking about your ex. If you like, oh Lord, I wish this person would just go away, leave me alone. Here's the thing, this person is sent to you as a messenger. This negative emotion that you're experiencing, the person is just a representation to you, right? If you believe in the universe or God or whatever, like, you are getting a message, and the message is there's something in you that needs to be healed, that needs to be resolved, right? So spend the time and heal this, because otherwise it's going to be a trigger forever. Until you heal it, it's going to keep manifesting itself for you. It's going to keep showing up for you. So, I have a client, Mary, and when she came to me, she was really stuck. And whenever she had to contact her ex with their child, she just would get really emotional and just really go back to regret and wish, oh, I wish I hadn't gotten divorced and da da da. Even though the relationship was super, super unhealthy, he was not only indifferent to her in the marriage, but he cheated, he lied, he stole money, he deceived her financially, like all these things But she didn't see that, right? She could only focus on all the good things about him. And until she resolved that and healed that, she was going to keep being triggered by him. And the truth is, I helped to teach her that she had an unmet need to feel valued and worthy. And that's what he represented. For her, he represented, oh, now I feel worthy and valued when I'm around him. And the truth is, she projected that on him because it really wasn't really real. He didn't really value her. It's just a representation in herself. And by unveiling this mask and understanding the reality of the marriage, but teaching her how to feel worthy and loved on her own. She didn't need that from someone else. So I taught her how to feel worthy and loved on her own so that she can feel liberated and valued and confident again. She didn't need to rely on someone else to fill what was missing within her. And if you are really struggling with an ex who is really super high toxic, high conflict, I even give you the method of thinking of the gray rock, right? There's something called the gray rock method where you just go gray rock. So while you're working on healing this within you, you need to go gray rock. Just imagine yourself as a gray rock. So you get that text, and of course, you have that initial reaction, and then, go when it comes to reacting back, you don't. So I teach my clients how to identify the patterns of their ex and how to communicate effectively so that they're not triggered. But here's the thing, I teach them how to be proactive when it comes to these kind of things rather than reactive. And let me tell you, when you are proactive versus reactive, you're just not always reacting to everyone and everything around you, you take back your power. And you feel more confident and you get back your power and you feel less powerless in a situation that feels very powerless. So taking back that control feels amazing. And so I want you just to take a breath, and I want you to picture yourself a year from now. How do you feel, right? If you could no longer be triggered by this person, if this person, you had such a neutral feeling, you no longer hate them, no longer love them, right? Just a neutral feeling about this person. How great would that feel, right? How much peace of mind would you have? What would your life look like a year from now? Maybe you've been able to heal yourself and develop a happy, healthy new relationship. Maybe you've gone where you wanted to in your career because you're not wasting that time and energy on someone that's negative and they're pulling your energy away from where you need to be, right? So listen, I know because I've been there, I've done that, I've been through a devastating divorce. I grew up just a poor country girl, was sexually abused when I was younger and just had a lot of feelings of shame and abandonment and a lot of feelings of a lack of self-worth. And I brought that into my adulthood and especially my marriage. And within a few short years, our marriage, was no longer good. I was needy, I was controlling, I had a lot of unresolved issues that I needed to face up to. And during my separation, within a few short months, I lost my mom, my home, of course, my marriage, my financial security, my health, because I was hit by a van while riding my bike, friends, family. I mean, it was just the devastating, overwhelming time in my life. So I understand how powerless and overwhelmed you feel because I've been there and I understand the loss and the grieving that you're going through. But I can help you get through this and not make the mistakes that cost me so much in my life and cost me long-term financially and emotionally. And I learned how to heal myself of those childhood traumas, and now I help other people heal themselves so that they can transition confidently into the next phase of their lives and go on to achieve their goals, right? It doesn't have to be an end, it's just a new beginning. You know, I'm now remarried to a wonderful guy, and we have a baby girl together. I co-parent with my ex 50-50, and we really work together and support our kids, and we're there for each other. And so it is possible if you work on yourself and you show up differently, right? So, you know, it can be done, right? So I know it's difficult right now, and I know you're swimming in self-doubt. I know you're full of anxiety. I know how powerless you feel, and you want to feel confident again. So I'm here to support you. So reach out to me, and I'm going to tell you the fastest way that you can feel peace of mind, right? So message me right here on Facebook, reach out to me. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your questions. I'm here for you. You are not alone. And let's figure out how to get you that peace of mind that you're looking for. All right, I will see you next Wednesday afternoon, and we'll talk soon. I'll see you soon.